Hi, I'm Glenn Simpson, and I've collected comics for over 40 years, and I'm showing off my collection one box at a time. Today, we're going through box number 31. We're going to start with the Black Knight, and we will go through the Black Widow. We'll be doing some Black Panther along the way, Black Orchid, Black this, Black that, Black the other thing. So I'm glad you're here. Thanks so much. Like, comment, subscribe. Very appreciate that when you do that. And if there's anything you'd like to see that's inside the packs that I skip over, please be sure to comment and let me know, and we'll put together a special video just for that. So here we go. Let's roll. All right, we pick up this box with the Black Knight miniseries, issue number 1 right here. And that goes through issue number 4 right there. This was all about the modern day version, traveling back in time, some things like that. And got a much more recent Black Knight series right there. And it extends through issue 5 right there. We have Captain America, Steve Rogers guest starring. This was when he had that period where the super soldier serum was no longer working and he basically turned into an old dude, like he would have been anyway. Then we have Black Knight, Curse of the Ebony Blade miniseries right there. It's got the blade, and that goes through issue 5. I seem to recall something about some ebony weapons, including an ebony crown and some things like that went on, and one of the new Black Knights getting created here and things like that. One shot, Black Knight Exodus, involving Apocalypse and Circe, which of course that's who you expect to fight Black Knight, right? That was all a little weird. We go to Black Lightning. We've got Black Lightning number 1. First appearance of Jefferson Pierce. Black Lightning. Here, big boy book. Black Lightning 2. Right there. Rich Buckler art. And of course, all of this being written by Jenny Blake / Tony Isabella. Black Lightning. I can't see the number. The next one, so that's 7, so this is 6. I think in a previous video we looked at, there was a female cyanide, and this was the original male cyanide right there. Got issue 7. I guess that's supposed to be Tobias Wales, the bad guy, although that doesn't seem to be the size of him. And right there, that's issue 7. And that series ends with issue 11 as part of the DC implosion of the late 70s. Just a lot of books got canceled all at the same time. It's too bad, because this was beginning some backups of the Ray solo, which was kind of a cool feature. Then we jump forward a bit to the 90s, I think, and another Black Lightning series written by Tony Isabella, art by Eddie Newell. Stuff. Got Gangbuster from the Superman books showing up here, which made sense because he was in Metropolis right there. Got more Gangbuster in Black Lightning 7. There. Jump to the last issue of that one, which was issue 13. A little Batman guest starring action right there. But, of course, too late to save the series. We've got the very recent Black Lightning miniseries taking place in the Justice League Unlimited series, all-in point of DC. Right there, Jefferson and his two daughters in action. And that one ends in issue 5 with the whole family getting together, including Grace, who was the girlfriend of, I always get their names mixed up, Jennifer? Shoot. Oh, Anisha? Oh, shoot. I can't remember who's who. Anyway, no, she's Jennifer. Oh, well. The older daughter. Right there. Then we've got Black Lightning Cold Dead Hands. Kind of a slight reboot during the New 52 period. Tony Isabella coming back. Right there. And that goes through issue 6 right there. A very special issue, Black Lightning and Hong Kong Phooey. Hanna-Barbera team up. I keep saying Hanna-Barbera when I mean Looney Tunes, but this one is really Hanna-Barbera. Right there. A little funky Phantom backup right there. And we've got Black Lightning Year 1, retelling the origin of Black Lightning in the DC, newish DC universe. This would have been kind of part of just, some sort of Infinite Crisis point of rebooting it. And that goes through issue 6. There. A Black Manta miniseries from a few years ago. Right there, issue 1 through issue 6. Black Manta versus Devil Ray. Always think at some point somebody had used Devil Ray because they didn't want to use Black Manta. I can't remember why, but anyway. And then they brought Devil Ray in as a separate character, something like that. I'm thinking that's right. And we have a one-shot for Black Mask. You're the Villain. Right there. We got 3-issue series Black Orchid by Neil Gaiman. Beautiful painted series, kind of an early Vertigo, Vertigo kind of thing. That's issue 1. And that goes through issue 3. Sorry, had a little interruption there. That goes through issue 3 right there. Got a couple of trades filed in here. As I mentioned in the previous one, sometimes I get a trade when the original issues are too expensive, and then I ran out of bookshelf space, so I wound up putting them in the boxes with where they would have gone if they were the original issues, if you will. So I got Black Panther by Jack Kirby, number 1, which reprints Black Panther 1 through 7. Black Panther by Jack Kirby, number 2, which reprints 8 through 13. And I actually have 11, but I've got this really damaged condition. This is from where somebody, a newsstand manager mailed this back and got credit back as if they had, but then they still sold, or somehow the issue got out. So that's issue 11. And the same thing with 12 there. And then we jump to the post-Kirby period. We've got issue 14. Still only 35 cents. There. And issue 15. Right there. I think that was the end of that series. This is a 40-cent. I guess it was a, I don't know if this is a variant or just they just decided to make it 40 cents, but not, it kept the little bar thing there. I'll have to look at that. I'm sure I've got that in my system correctly. And we go to the next Black Panther miniseries. Right there, issue 1. And that goes through issue 4. Dennis Cowan art on those. Go to the sort of the big Marvel Knights Black Panther series, which I don't have all of, but I got a chunk of them. It's issue 1, Christopher Priest, Mark Teixeira, through issue 4. Lots going on that cover. Got issue 5 there. And that goes through issue. This is actually a Bruce Timm variant. No, wait, sorry, Mike Manley variant, I believe. I don't think he, well, maybe not. Maybe I know I have a Bruce Timm variant on something. I guess that, but and so this may be the main cover. I have to look at that. Issue 9. Issue 10. There. Issue 12 with Mark Bright's name spelled wrong on the cover. Interesting. I'm sure I can focus that so you can get the full awareness of that typographical mishap. Got issue 13 with the Call of the Cat King, Sal Valuto doing art. That's who I really associate with this series. There. And we've got Killmonger, known from the movies. And this one, Kyle Hotz doing art. Not a Kyle Hotz fan. That was 18. Just checking, just make sure I know when we have a jump. 19. There. Apparently we have the death of Black Panther. 20. One more fight with Killmonger. Right there. And we have a little jump. Up to 31. They're on my list, my want list. Issue 31. Black Panther. Through issue 35 of Guerrilla Warfare. Got some Defenders back there making a guest appearance. Got issue 36, little 100-page monster, just an oversized book that was different series we're doing. 4 complete stories. Celebrating T'Challa's 35th anniversary right there. And number 36. And issue 40, Return of the Dragon. think this was Iron Fist in this? I can't remember. Right there. Got 41. Continuing that Enemy of the State crossover. Got new X-Men version, Wolverine and his new X-Men jacket. Issue 44 of Enemy of the State, or issue 4 for Black Panther, Enemy of the State 2, Part 4. Lots of enemying of the stating. $45. Going up against, I don't know who that is. He's very shiny though. And then we've got 49. Black Panther crossing that river Styx, as it were. And then 50. So this was a departure. This other dude just kind of gets his hands on Black Panther's mask and suit and goes to town as a different kind of vigilante. Casper Cole, maybe was his name. So that's issue 5, or issue 50 rather. And then issue 51 there, shooting them up. Issue 54 there. Got him some gargoyles to stand next to. All good superheroes do. Issue 55. Jim Calafiore will go on to do a lot of Aquaman there. 59. I thought that was a cool look. Jacket tied around his waist. Something you don't see every day. Ascension, part 1 of 4. And issue 60. Focus. Issue 60. Continuing the Casper Cole, if I'm saying that right, as Black Panther. And then 62 was the final issue of that series, I believe. And we would go on to that whole Daredevil, where Black Panther took over Daredevil's book, but that's, I don't have, well, I have one or two of those. We'll see one of those in a minute. But the next purely Black Panther titled series was the Reginald Hudlin series, or first series. Right there, got that first issue. We've got this second issue, which I believe is the first appearance of Shuri, whom we know from the movies. We've got issue 3. Frank Cho artwork on this cover. There, pretty cool. Jump into issue 9. Wild Kingdom Part 4. Dragon Man, Wolverine. What more could you want? And then I kind of jump, to issue 26. Hey, they're on the want list. Send me your free copies, and then I'll have them. Black Panther and Storm have joined the Fantastic Four alongside the Thing and the Human Torch, and some of the storylines are bouncing back and forth between the two series. That's issue 26. And this pack goes through issue 30, which I believe is the final, might be the final issue. Got one of those Marvel zombie covers. Don't know that this is an actual Marvel Zombies appearance, or if this was just, hey, let's do a Marvel Zombies cover. But it is the A cover. Got the right barcode. So it is what it is. We've got the next series, the next original Hudlin series, Black Panther, with Shuri starting off as Black Panther. We have this variant edition cover right here. It's pretty cool. We're in the Dark Reign period. And it goes through issue 4 of that. Is that J. Scott Campbell? Yeah, J. Scott Campbell doing those covers. There. Got an expensiver book, more expensive book. Another J. Scott Campbell right there. Can you see that? Number 5. Got issue 6 from that series. I believe this was Moreland from the Spider-Man, Spider-Verse stuff, if I remember correctly. In issue 6. Then we go to issue 8. Namor and Doom showing up. This kind of thing was why a lot of people thought Doom was going to show up in the second Black Panther movie. Got issue 9. Shuri is still the Black Panther. I believe that's the Moon Dragon she's going up against. And we've got issue 11 leading up to the Doom War limited series. A more armored Shuri going up against Namor there. Issue 11. And I believe the last issue of that one is issue 12. Short sleeve shirt, Reed Richards. And got Namor going on back there. That one. And we got the next, I think, I say the next one I have. There may be some series in between. I'm kind of go back and forth on Black Panther, but the Ta-Nehisi coats, our first series, right here, issue 1. Brian Stelfreeze, classic artist, doing that. And but I guess they didn't stay on for long, because here by the time we get to 6, we have a different writer and artist right there on issue 6. This is the point where Marvel was doing the thing where all of the books went to their legacy numbering at the same time. So we have issue 166, which is what, in theory, Black Panther's numbering would be if they had never started back at 1 and everything was a regular series and all that good stuff. So that's issue 166. And we've got another, I'll just say another, I don't know if next is the right term, another Black Panther series, this time with covers by Alex Ross. Black Panther with the Avengers there. And issue 2 of that. There, I try to put an extra little just divider board in between the two books to make sure that nobody doesn't realize the fact that there's another book back there. We have issue 3 with the first appearance of that guy that everybody thought was going to be a big deal, and we've never heard from him again. And that's his fingerprint right there. So it's worth more with that fingerprint, right? Right? Maybe not. Got issue 4, some Shuri action going on. Good stuff. Skipping to 10, where Black Panther meets the Buffalo Soldier, who's a real guy riding a real buffalo. know what to tell you. We got issue 11. More John Ridley writing on that. And I believe that series ends with issue 15. Chomp, chomp, chomp. We've got what I believe is the latest Black Panther series. T'Challa is no longer the actual king. They become a democracy, and so, but he's off in the outskirts, still defending the place. So that's issue 1. That goes through issue 5. Right there with his cool Black Panther shield. His action figure should have his Black Panther shield. Issue 6. Right there. Trying to breathe. And issue 10. Right there. So I think that brings us up to date on Black Panther in terms of the solo book. So then we get to some other Black Panther stuff. Black Panther and the Agents of Wakanda. He had his own little team of superheroes that he would send on missions there, and including Gorilla Man. Always loved Gorilla Man. And he did that for a total of 8 issues, and then he stopped doing that. So there you go. Valkyrie. What was his Fat Viper or something like that. One of our Iron Fist's cohorts there. They were kind of keeping them around. Black Panther and the Crew. So another set of heroes that are backing up Black Panther, and we find out that there was a crew kind of in the past as well. So this series jumps back and forth between the past and the present. As we see here, past and present. I believe Black T'Challa's father or grandfather or something like that came to America disguised, had a team of operatives or whatever. There you go, Black Panther and the Crew. Go to the Black Panther Blood Hunt, part of the recent Blood Hunt crossover event. Issue 1, issue 3. He got them fangs right there. We gonna eat you. We got Black Panther, Panther's Prey. Classic Marvel Black Panther writer Don McGregor came back and did this 4-issue square-bound series of the Black Panther, which ends with issue 4 right there. Got One Shot Black Panther 2099. They just did a bunch of, 1 week they did a bunch of 2099 kind of one shots of introducing characters we never saw again. Kirkman from Walking Dead doing the writing on that. If you're a big Kirkman fan, pick that up. So there was a series called Black Panther, the Most Dangerous Man Alive, and I only have issue 523.1. Don't ask me why, but I do have the rest of that series on my want list. But I do have that one. In case you've never seen that one, there you go. A one-shot Black Panther Unconquered, kind of a resetting the resetting where everything is, going into the next Black Panther series at some point, I think. Cool Black Panther cover. Got Black Racer. So this was just a series of books that were celebrating Jack Kirby and his, what would have been, I guess, his 100th birthday. And so we've got a new story featuring the Black Racer and Shiloh Norman, the second Mr. Miracle, and a classic Kirby, some bonus stories back there and included. Go to the Black Widow series, which, don't be fooled, notice this is the True Believers of the first issue, because this is a reprint of the first appearance of Yelena Belova. No, second appearance, I believe, of Yelena Belova. His first appearance was in some rando other book. And then that goes through issues 2 and 3 are the originals, so for what it's worth, those were not too expensive to get. Black Widow is another one that I've got sporadic issues for. So we've got, of this series, I've got issues 1 through, well, with great Phil Noto art, 1 through 4, and kind of stumbled across issue 16 somewhere in a dollar box, so went ahead and got that there. Then picked up this series, came along. I believe this one was the one written by the two ladies who wrote the Peggy Carter TV series, something like that. We got Black Widow number 1 there. Stan Lee, rest in peace. And issue 5 of that one. And then we've got this one with, I guess, Kelly Thompson doing writing. It's the only Thompson I know of that's big right now. Issue 1 there. This one was known for its very dramatic cover layouts. Black Widow loses her memory. She thinks she's a housewife. She has a husband. She has kids. They are actually hers in some comics. Issue, what is that? Issue 5. Right there. Oh, there it is. Issue 5. Through issue 8. That, Black Widow. And issue 9. Black Widow teaming up with Yelena, as they do. And that ends in issue, it can't be 5. What is it? 15. Oh, there's the one. Okay. Issue 15. That's kind of gross. Okay. And then we have the recent Black Widow and Hawkeye miniseries, and this variant cover that I got, right? Yeah. So that, I think that's Art Germ, maybe. Black Widow in her original, or second outfit, rather. And then the regular issue 4 of that one. Black Widow's got her own Venom symbiote. She's rocking. Got the original first issue of Black Widow Pale Little Spider is the official thing underneath the title. That's why it's not just the next Black Widow series back there. It's technically Black Widow Pale Little Spider. With that Greg Horn artwork on there. That's great. And then we have issues numbers 2 and 3 of that series, which is all of it. So that's that. And one thing that was kind of hard to file is this True Believers that has both. It was put out because of Black Widow, the Black Widow movie, but they reprinted an issue that had Inhumans as well, because back then Amazing Adventures had 2 stories in it. So this is just kind of tucked over here, as Black Widow Amazing Adventures, which is still not alphabetically correct, but it's close. It's in the general ballpark. And got this one shot from recently, Black Widow Venomous, telling a story of Black Widow with her Venom type symbiote, and just kind of a one shot Ralph, famous or classic Marvel editor Ralph Macchio, not the one from the Karate Kid, but another one, doing a story, going back to do a story about Black Widow. And that is that box. All right, so that was box number 31. Next time we'll do box 32. We'll start with Black Wolf. We'll quickly get into some Blade, things starting with the word blood, and end with things starting with the word blue. So hope you'll be here, and I very much appreciate you watching my videos and being a visitor here. And if you're a subscriber, I certainly appreciate that as well. So I hope you have a great day.